This episode of Hawk Talk is brought to you by Charbonneau Car Center and Dacotah Bank.
Hi, and welcome back to this week's edition of Hawk Talk. I'm Coulter Hickok, and I'm joined here by a brand new guest, so please introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do here at DSU?
I'm Grace Timm, and I am from Laurel, Montana, and I run cross country and track for the Blue Hawks.
So actually, you're the first Laurel person that I've ever had on this show, and probably any Laurel person that has ever been on this show. I'm from Laurel, I graduated from Laurel, so I'm very happy that we can get some Laurel representation on here. So, coming from Laurel, Montana, what was the recruiting process like?
So I knew I wanted to run in college, and Coach Whitcop contacted me, and I instantly kind of had a connection with him. He was just a super genuine guy. So I came on my visit last year, during November, and I met a few of the girls, but some of them were in quarantine, so I was a little sad about that, but they were amazing, and I loved the campus, and they brought me to the rec center, and I fell in love with that too. So, they kind of just caught me right away, and I actually signed the next day after my visit, so. That's
kind of pretty much how I came here. Had a recruiting visit from Laurel, and then just loved it ever since then. I pretty much signed the next day right after, so
yeah.
Just like your story. So coming from Laurel, Montana, you guys had a lot of success over there, winning your state championship. Talk about how exciting that was to break that 27-year streak without winning a championship in cross country.
It was amazing. I don't think we were previewed to win that year. I knew we were going to have a good group of girls, but we were kind of losing our fifth runner. We didn't have a solid person there, so we were I guess we'll just see. And then we raced Hardin for one of our first meets of the year, and Hardin had been 4-time back-to-back state champs, and we ended up beating them by quite a few points. And now actually one of my good friends, she's running for Dickinson now, and she's from Hardin, so it's pretty awesome.
That does kind of lead me into the next question. Now you're with the Hawks, different question. Yeah, I got that right. There's a lot of Montana people, or Montana girls on the women's team. Did you compete against any of them? I know you just said this Hardin girl. So Libby's actually injured right now, so she's not running at the moment, but I also competed against Haley Oberlander, and even though she's Class B, we still ran a few meets against each other. And Allie Cunningham from Glasgow, we raced a few times, and yeah. So now the Hawks are ready to compete for conference. Do you guys get anything prepared for that, or just running every day?
So we just found out that the course is super hilly, so we're really preparing with those right now.
Where's conference at this year?
It's in Bellevue, Nebraska.
Ooh, what a fun trip.
Oh, I know, it's going to be a long one.
What a fun trip. But actually, you're killing it right now this year in cross country. Let me just read my list. You are a freshman. You're killing it. 2-time runner of the week for the North Star right now. First overall at the DSU home meet, and now placing 15th overall at the Billings invite. How is that going in to a freshman year, right out of high school, freshman year, competing so well? What is going through your mind right now?
I didn't really expect it at first, but I'm super happy. I love all the girls, and they really just push me to be my best. And I just feel like this connection with the girls gives me confidence, and I just run with more confidence than I have in the past.
That's awesome. So, Grace, this is your first time on Hawk Talk, so we kind of ask some fun questions around here. Do you have any pre-race traditions that you have always done through your high school and now collegiate career?
So superstitions, I guess, I have to wear the same socks.
Do you wash these socks?
What?
Do you wash the socks after you race?
Oh, yes, don't worry.
Just making sure.
Yes, I have to wear 2 ponytail holders in my hair. It's just a superstition. And then the day of, I have to eat a peanut butter and honey sandwich.
Where did this all start from?
8th grade is when it kind of started, and I don't know, it's just kind of been my own thing.
Gotcha. That's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear what actually people do and what's their thought process before running a race, because I always think cross-country kids' brains are always broken, because who just wants to go run for fun?
I think mine could be kind of broken, to be honest with you.
So Coach Ted Hill from Laurel High School,
yes.
He would always say, "Is your brain broken?" And I was like, "Coach, I don't know. My brain is not definitely broken." But sometimes it's the people who have that broken brain who can push themselves to do bigger and better things, like run in college. So congrats to all the people whose brains are broken who's running in college right now. So I've already read the Montana question. I was reading an article from 406 Sports about all of the Timm girls on the Locomotive basketball team. So I forgot that there's a third Timm sister. So is there a future Blue Hawk coming to DSU?
Oh, I don't know. We're really trying to convince her, but I'm not sure where her head's at right now. Got a few more years, but I'm hoping she comes here.
Because she was a freshman last year, sophomore this year, am I correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Just making sure I got the article right.
Oh yeah, you did.
So you and Sophia, your sister, came here to DSU. She's no longer playing volleyball, but is it weird not playing the same sport together anymore?
It's actually really weird. I liked that connection when we played basketball together, but it was also nice having our own sports because we didn't have to like compete against each other in a way for like a spot or whatever. So it's different, but I kind of like she's having her own fun and I'm having my own fun now, so I like it.
That's cool. And then another fun question that we have, sometimes we ask the cross-country kids give their best Whitcop, Coach Shane Whitcop impersonation. I want to hear yours.
All right, well, if I had a piece of gum in my mouth right now, I'd be chomping that thing pretty darn good.
Is there something that he would always like say that's just a Coach Whitcop thing? Or just talks forever?
He just really likes to talk, I think.
He does. I was talking to you earlier about, we asked him 4 questions on Hawk Talk, and he talked about 20 minutes worth of stuff. I think Ron even had to cut it down just a tiny bit just to try to make an episode out of it. He probably could have made 2 episodes out of what he was talking about. So, Grace, we ask everybody on this show, what does DSU mean to you? So I want to hear your answer. What does DSU mean to you?
DSU is already a family. I just feel comfortable around everyone, and all the teachers, the professors are amazing. They make me feel welcome in their classroom, and I like the small class sizes, so that just makes it even better. And all the RAs, I love my RA. He's very chill, I guess, so I just love the family kind of feeling.
What dorm are you in?
DeLong.
That's the best one, 5. I live on the 5th floor. It's always, I've got really fond memories of living in DeLong. Mainly because I was the only dorm open when my freshman year was around. But man, those are a lot of good times just meeting people up there.
Oh yes, for sure.
So Grace, thank you very much for coming on. Being the first Laurel person that I've had interviewed on this show. So thank you very much for coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Poulter.
Kiera will be on for an on-campus interview right after this.
Thanks, Coulter, for that in-studio Hawk Talk interview. Here I have Devin Crawford, Defensive Player of the Week for North Star Football. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me.
So tell me what else you do here at DSU.
Other than just football, I got to stay on top of my grades in the classroom, so that's only the other thing that I'm doing right now.
Awesome. Love that answer. Anyway, so you were the North Star Defensive Player of the Week, correct?
Yep.
So tell me what all went into that for you.
That week during practice, it was mainly focused on taking the ball away. If we take the ball away, we'll get the offense on the field a lot more. So that's how we win the game, with the offense on the field a lot more. So we came into the game with takeaways on my mind.
Awesome. I love that. So you're actually a freshman this year on the football field.
Right.
So you've been allowed some super awesome opportunities as a freshman. You're the starting defensive back for us, correct?
Yep.
So what were your feelings going into that position as a freshman on the field?
It was, I was kind of nervous coming in because it was new to North Dakota, as that new coaching, everything like that. So it's kind of like a milestone for me. It was always my goal to come in and start wherever I went to, and I'm glad that I got to accomplish that goal.
Speaking of that, what was that recruiting process like for you? I'm sure you had other schools looking at you. What made you choose DSU overall?
So let me see. It was my quarterback that I went to high school with. He came out here, but he transferred. So I came out here with him, so he got me out here, and I just fell in love with how the team ran and how the school overall was in general.
So we're finally getting into some true, what we call hawk weather here in Dickinson, North Dakota. How has that transition been from you? Because you're from Phoenix, Arizona, correct? So now we're kind of getting into this colder weather, hawk weather. How's it been for you so far?
Devastating. I can't wait to get back in my room under the cover.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's like heating pads and things like that in the trainer's room that you can hook yourself up with.
Yep.
So as the football team faces the new guys in the conference, Iowa Wesleyan this week, what are your game day predictions?
So we heard they're an air raid team, so they're just going to throw the ball. They move with the tempo pace, so we got to go ahead and get conditioned ready for this week. So, and also, if we keep our offense on the field, we heard that if their defense is that good, we can run the ball, run the clock for them, and keep the defense off the field just a little while longer.
Say it how it is, I guess.
Yep.
Love to hear it. What are you doing personally to prepare for this game?
Personally, me, Jaden, and Javante we get extra workout when we get the chance to. So with them on my side, they'll go ahead and get me prepared for this week.
Awesome. What does that extra work consist of for you guys?
So we'll either go to the soccer fields, and go ahead and do extra field work, drill work, homework, and go ahead and one-on-one with a little bit to see who really is the best corner.
Great answer. So we always do a little bit of a fun question here on Hawk Talk. So my fun question for you, or I guess I'm going to ask you, what is your best impression of Coach Stanton?
Oh, let me see. All right, of course, it's the famous one. Every weather is Hawk weather, no matter what weather it is. Then one mess up on the field, Javante come in. That's about it.
Awesome. Well, we have some great coaches, starting with Coach Stanton here, so good answer. And then lastly, my question for you is, what does DSU mean to you?
DSU means to me, it's a family atmosphere, so of course I can say it means like family.
Awesome. Well, it was so great having you on today. Thank you for taking your time. We're so excited to watch you. Hawk Talk fans, make sure you look out for number 9 on the football field this Saturday. And also, we'll catch you back after this break.
And welcome back for the recap. Had a lot happen over the weekend. Let's get right into it. First up, we got volleyball. Last week, the Hawks went 1-1 over Presentation in Mayville, 1-5 against the Saints. Unfortunately, lost 3-1 to the Comets. Then on Tuesday, Hawks went over to Valley City to play the Vikings. Hawks went to 4 games. Unfortunately, lost in that last one. It was super close, however. It was 25-20 in the very last set. Valley City took that one. But I've seen a lot of improvement over the volleyball team. Coach Sherry Houston, I think, is going to take this program leaps and bounds, but congratulations to all the Hawks. Then the varsity team is going to be taking a little bit of a break, but the JV team will compete against Lake Region and just Lake Region over the weekend. Good luck to all the Hawks there. Basketball. Can you believe we're going to basketball starting up? The JV team will be competing against Jamestown on Friday and Dawson Community College on Saturday for the women's team. Then we're going to have home games against Jamestown on the 21st of October. That'll be a women's game first and then a men's team right after that. Good luck to all the basketball teams there. Rodeo. Rodeo will compete at the Bison Stampede in Fargo this weekend. We really want to see some good improvement, get some scores that I can actually report on Hawk Talk. So good luck to all the rodeo team. Cross country. We just talked with Grace. Grace has been running awesome this season. She's a freshman from Laurel. I had to mention that. The Hawks took the drive over to Billings for the Yellow Jacket invite this past weekend. The men finished 9th out of 13th, and the women finished 6th out of 11. So congrats to all the Hawks there. They will be next running at Mount Marty invite next week. And then they're going to be doing conference, so their cross-country team is going to be very busy for these next few weeks. Football, they played the Lesser DSU over the weekend. I love saying the Lesser DSU. Won 35-14 over the Trojans. I guess I got to call them the Trojans right there. Devin Crawford was named the Defensive Player of the Week. You just saw him with Kiera Schneider. The Hawks are then going to be playing Iowa Wesleyan on Saturday. We're going to be doing Blue Hawk Game Day. You can catch that right before the football game. I think it went pretty well with just us being out of the rain. You know, we're kind of divas, so got to treat us a little differently, I guess. No, definitely don't treat us any different. So that's it for this week at DSU. Make sure you look for more information on our Twitter and our Instagram at DSU Heritage Fund and our Instagram at DSU Foundation. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to everybody who's involved in the show. Thank you to the fans. But catch us next week. Until then, Hawks are up.